Okay, gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127, and welcome back to another video. And guys, in today's video, I want to talk more about where winds meet. However, if you guys want to stay up to date on all things where winds meet, make sure you're liking today's video, subscribing to the channel if you're new, and let's go ahead and get on into it. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about sects.
What did he say?
Now, not SEX, but SECTS, alright? They're called sects. And these seem to be like an in-game type of covenant or school or something like that, because the weird thing is, right, I'm looking at the Fextra Life wiki right now. That's where I'm getting this this information, by the way. It has it categorized under factions, so I'm guessing, they're types of, like, factions or schools or in-game covenants or something like that. Kind of like, how like grand companies work in Final Fantasy 14 and or like in-game style guilds, not like player-made guilds and stuff like that. That's what I'm guessing these are. And they also come, like with different advantages for players and stuff like that, special outfits and things. It even says, characters that don't join them can also have special benefits as well. But there's a lot to digest here that I want to go over with you guys. Now, keep in mind, this is also on the Fextra Life wiki before launch, so some of this information could be a little bit off, inaccurate, or there could be things missing, since we obviously don't have access to the game yet. However, there is one thing we do have access to, and that is today's sponsor. My name is Tanek127, and I'm a YouTuber, guys. In part of this YouTube journey, I have hours of editing, podcast preparation, live stream preparation, all kinds of hard work that is done here in the background. Outside of YouTube, I am a father, I am a competitive gamer, a casual gamer. I love playing first-person shooters competitively. I love raiding in MMOs. I love grinding in RPGs. I also love going to the gym and keeping my body healthy for my family. And I need a good supplement to do that. And that supplement is Glytch Energy. Glytch comes in all kinds of tasty flavors with energy supplements and also hydration formulas for those who don't want that caffeine kick. Visit glitchenergy.com today and use code TANEK127 to get yourself a discount on all things Glytch. Enjoy the video, guys. So it does look to seem like there's going to be about 11 total sects in the game, or at least at launch. I'm sure they'll probably add more and stuff like that over time, depending on how content goes and things like that in the game. There could be more added, there might not be. I don't know. It just depends on the flow of the game and stuff like that. I'm just taking a wild guess. But I'm going to go over some of them with you guys and, just talk about some of the rules they have and stuff like that. Like, these all have different things it seems like you have to follow. So let's go ahead and talk about them. First off, we're going to start with the sect called the Well of Heaven. It says, Well of Heaven members are akin to the classic Robin Hood. Since they do not align to the state of the privileged, they use their skills to protect the helpless. The main rules of the Well of Heaven. Unrestrained spirit. Sect may deduct 1/1000 value points. Generous and righteous. Weekly earnings should be excessive, otherwise the percept value suffers. Brotherhood. Disciples of the same sect must not harm one another. So therefore, for PvP, you can't attack other Well of Heaven members. The next sect is the Jade Current, the Healer sect. The Jade Current is a sect of traveling warriors that focus on healing and acquiring funds and recognition through it as well. Main rules of the Jade Current: one life, one price. Whether diagnosing ailments or emergency rescue, all Verdant Stream disciples must demand payment for healing. So, wow, I guess you get to charge to be a healer in that. Interesting. Shared healing. Participation in multiplayer healing and succeeding grants percept value of +10. Healing bodies and minds. Weekly requirement. Earn at least 10 likes. Otherwise, percept value suffers -10. Now, keep in mind, guys, all these values are currently pre-launch, so a lot of this stuff could change. Just keep that in mind. The Midnight Blades, this was one I wanted to really tell you guys to pay attention to, because this seems like the one for you PvP guys out there. It says the Midnight Blades, the Warrior Sect. The Midnight Blades live for the fight and they fight alone. They collect karma for wins and they love to farm it. Main rules of Midnight Blades. Midnight Judgment. In Midnight Judgment, defeat sufferers to steal their identities and karma and ascend the Azura path. Kill to seize karma. Defeat wanderers to gain karma points. Being defeated deducts karma points. Meditative Samadhi. I hope I said that right. In the open world combat, hesitate not, spare no lives. Long story short, kill them all. Next, it looks like we have the 9 Mortal Waves. The Trickster Sect. Members of the 9 Mortal Waves enjoy tricking and gesturing around. Be on the lookout for anything out of place when someone keeps having a consistently good hand when playing cards, for they may be a member of the 9 Mortal Waves. Okay, so these are the guys meant to deceive people and, probably steal and do all kinds of crazy things. Their main rules. Jianghu Fun. Earn weekly fun points by teasing and tricking others. 1,000 Faces. Participate in disguise, blending into the 9 mortal ways to experience diverse lives. Deceiving Heaven. Failed tricks of jail time deduct virtue by 10. Okay, so basically, don't get caught. Floral Reverie. The hedonist humanitarian sect. Members of the Floral Reverie enjoy drinking and company. The more the merrier. When you are wandering through a village, you can hear lively conversation and characteristic laughter of the drunk. You can be sure that there is a member of the Floral Reverie instigating the party. So these guys seem like the real, social hangout. I could probably picture, a lot of role players using this one. Their rules: full bloom. Reveal charm to the world, follow your heart's desires, and trade affection for hearts. Vermilion Lips. The world of sorrow and suffering. Visit the Windfall Lounge to soothe hearts. Drunk on flowers. How can one steal a single heart when drunk on 1,000 flowers? I don't understand how any of that works, but we'll see when the game gets here. And the next one, the Lone Summit. The Trick Sword Sect. Followers of the Lone Summit hope to dominate the most demanding of swords techniques, so engrossed are their goal. Sorry, got tongue tied. That they'll incur on unsavory tactics to keep themselves afloat while they continue to learn the way of the sword. Their main rules: forgotten by the Jianghu. Lone Summit disciples rebonding must seek old comrades' blessings. The riddle of love. Love's riddle is life's hardest. Solve it once only. I'm going to assume that's some type of quest or puzzle. Streetwise strategists. Experience get-rich-quick schemes in the streets or lose percent value of -10. And for our next sect, we have the Heartless Veil, the Yin Yang sect. Life and death must be in perfect balance. Members of the Heartless Veil are as proficient as healers as they are as poisoners. When you meet one of them in need, toss the coin and bottoms up. Oh boy. These guys sound dangerous. Main rules of the Heartless Veil. No living puppets. Life and death have boundaries. Playing with dream puppets is forbidden. Through the Heartless Veil, disciples bear poisoned bodies. Their hearts are kind. Transforming the living into dream puppets is an ironclad sect rule. Those who experiment on themselves are exempt. So I guess what you're supposed to do, don't do it to your other members. Balance of life and death. Where there is life, there must be death. Where there is death, there must be life. Heartless Veil's dual sources of healing and poison must remain balanced. For every life healed, poison must be used. Failure invites self-inflicting suffering. Oh boy. That seems like it's going to be an interesting one. The Mohist Hill, the Knowledge Sect. Members of the Mohist Hill are truth seekers, and there is no higher truth than being of service to everyone of the same degree and helping oneself through helping others. The main rules of the Mohist Hill, there's one: universal love. Love universally, benefit mutually. Those who benefit others will in turn be benefited. Self-benefit and benefiting others, this is the way of goodness. I'm going to go on a limb here and say, this one's all about helping other players and being and supporting like new people and stuff like that. That's my guess. Or doing side quests around the game and helping other NPCs and all of that fun stuff. Next up, we have Inkford Hall, the Scribe Sect. Members of Inkford Hall are keepers of history, defenders of history. Any member, regardless of their personal origin, can become a scribe and help preserve history. Main rules of Inkford Hall: writing and scholarship. Sage's words become the law for all under heaven. Alright, that's pretty simple. Alright, and our next one we have the Raging Tides, the Spear Wielder Sect. Members of the Raging Tide must engage in fighting with their spears every single day, lest their spears become dull and useless. Sorry, I keep having these little brain farts. If you spot a distant in the land wave, beware that the Raging Tide's making their way to you. Main rules of the Raging Tides. Spear still sharp. A sword unpolished loses its edge. A spear untested loses its lethality. Raging Tide's disciples must own their spears daily through battle, never slacking. So, long story short, use your spear and tear shit up. And last but not least, we have the Lyon Throat, or Trope. I hope I said that right. I'm sure I butchered it. The Wanderer Sect. Members of the Lion Trope are about enjoying life and taking it slow, breathing it all in. They deal on music and dance, forging martial arts. Main rules of the Lion Trope are unknown currently. So at least that's what it says here on the wiki. So guys, you got a lot of options here of different paths you can engage in this game. And guys, I cannot wait because a lot of this sounds exciting and a lot of these sects, they sound pretty engaging. But let me know how y'all are feeling about them down in the comments below, and if there's one in particular you're thinking of joining. Anyway, y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.